Okay.
Okay, hi class. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about stress and what exactly stress is, what stress is about, some symptoms of stress, and how it affects our body, and some ways that we can manage our stress. So what exactly is stress? Stress is a natural physical and mental reaction to life experiences. Everybody does experience stress. Is that cut off?
It moved over for some
Yeah.
We can read it.
Okay. So everybody does experience stress in their life, and stress is also not necessarily a bad thing. There is good stress in our life. For example, the stress of going on a roller coaster and going up to the top of the hill, and you're looking down and you're like, oh no. So that's an example of good or positive stress. So we're going to watch this video. Hopefully we work.
What is stress? Do you know that you experience stress whether you like it or not? Whether you realize it or not, every single day of your life? So, just what is stress? When things seem to be too much to take, when demands start to exceed your ability or perceived ability to cope, stress sets in. Stress is a condition that arises when there's a gap between what you need or want to do and what you feel you're able to do. But what may be stressful to you may not be stressful to another, and what may be stressful to you now may not be stressful at a later time. The beauty is you grow with stress, but you can also grow out of it.
Okay. And now we're going to talk about a little bit of examples of stress. And stress can be anything in your life, really. So it could be from serious life events or just something that you're doing in your everyday life, like school or work, the death of a loved one, or having some family issues like a divorce or something like that. So those are just a couple of examples. So what I want you all to do is take out a piece of paper and
They do it on the back of his shoe.
yeah, that's fine, whatever. I'm not going to turn it in. It's not going to be anything I'm going to ask you to specifically talk about. I just want you to write down as many things as you can in these couple of minutes that stress you out. And I want you to circle the ones that might be a good stress. But right now I'm just trying to see how many things in your life are stressing you. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that. Okay. Did any of us circle any of our stressors?
Are we supposed to circle them?
I said if you had a good stressor,
Oh, sorry.
something that was a good stress, to circle it. Nobody ended up circling anything? We had one person? Just one? One thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at least you've got a good stressor going on. How many of you all wrote down more than 5 things that stress you out? 1 to 10? No? Okay. So it seems that you all aren't as stressed out as a lot of people could possibly be. I know I find myself stressed out a lot, and I would probably have about 15 or 20 things on my list. I just tend to always have a lot going on. But it's good to see that you all aren't as stressed out. So we have some symptoms of stress here. I'm going to ask you all to read a few of these. So, Brian, will you read the 2 in red?
Feeling overloaded or overwhelmed, frequent crying spells.
Isaac, will you read the 2 in blue?
Feelings of worthlessness, nervous notice habits, fidgeting, feet tapping.
Josh, will you read the green?
Communication issues, depression, and anxiety.
And will you read the orange?
Increased or decreased appetite, panic attacks.
And I tried to play this out for all 5 of our wonderful students, but Cam didn't show up today. So cold and sweaty
I'll
hands
read
and
it.
feet.
Cold and sweaty hands and feet, difficult to make decisions.
Awesome. So there are a lot of symptoms of stress. When I was doing some research on this, I came up on a website that had 50 plus specific symptoms on stress. So there are a lot of specific symptoms, but I just wanted to name a few so that you all could be aware of some things that might be happening to you and you're not realizing that it could specifically be stress. So how does stress affect us and our body? So like I said, there is a positive and good stress. And so this is a short-term stress that can be good for your body or health. Your body responds to stress by releasing hormones that are going to increase your heart rate and your breathing rates. And the negative stresses are going to be stress levels that can be elevated longer than necessary, which are going to take a toll on your overall health. And here's another little video, since I had a YouTube.
Stress is a part of life, and it's not always a bad part of life. Most of us enjoy good stress in small doses, like roller coasters, watching sports, or even a scary movie. That's the kind of stress that keeps us young and on our toes. Then there's bad stress, or worse, chronic stress. Negative stress isn't just in your head. It can affect us both mentally and physically. Stress hormones in the body for extended periods of time can physically age our cells. So when you're stressed at work or home, your cells look and act older, making you look older and even impacting your immune system. Not only does it add years to your appearance, it can also affect your memory, making brain cells shrink permanently. Even short-term stress can make it hard for you to remember simple things. The good news is, you can manage stress now to prevent more damage to your body and mind tomorrow. Stress management is a skill that can be learned. Check out Blue KC's Tips to Manage Stress video for ways to beat stress for a longer, healthy.
Okay, now we're going to talk about a little bit more specifics on how this stress is specifically attacking our bodies. So, your central nervous system is what controls your fight or flight response when you come in contact with something that is stressful. So, the hypothalamus in your brain is what's going to tell your adrenal glands to release the stress hormones. The hormones are then going to increase your heartbeat and send blood to the areas that are needing it. And when the stress is gone, the hypothalamus will then tell the systems to go back to normal. And if the CNS fails, which is the central nervous system, the response will continue, which could cause chronic stress or bad stress. And your respiratory and cardiovascular systems are going to be affected by stress as well. During stress, you of course are breathing faster, your heart is pumping faster, and with that, this could raise your blood pressure. So that could be an overall health effect that is affected because of stress. So when your blood pressure rises, so do your risks of having a heart attack or stroke as well. And your digestive system is also affected. Under stress, your liver produces extra glucose, gives more energy. If you are under a chronic stressor, your body may not be able to keep up with the glucose levels, which could lead to developing type 2 diabetes over time. And stress can affect the way food moves throughout your body, causing diarrhea, constipation, maybe even some nausea and vomiting as well. So let's talk a little bit about how we can reduce and manage our stress. There are a couple things that we can do. These are just the main ones that you see the most research on. So some deep rests, some meditating type breathing, relaxing, things like that. Taking a break away from your stressor. If you're getting stressed over homework or a test and you're studying for it, walk away and distract yourself for a little bit. Exercise is really important for stress and just maintaining your body and overall health. So like I said, smile and laugh. Get away from that stressor. Do something that distracts you and makes you happy or positive. And then having really good social support as well is going to be important for a stressful lifestyle. And having a healthy diet is going to go along with the exercise, just keeping your body happy. And then getting enough sleep, which I know is something that a lot of children, teens, and young adults struggle with overall. So those are all just a few things that we can do to manage and or reduce stress. So here's another video.
Exercise, nutrition, and sleep all play a vital role in keeping you stress-free.
But in order to talk about stress management, I like to talk about the whole wellness field because there's so many factors that go into stress. It's not just stress, because we all have stress. It's how we react to stress.
Here are some simple tricks to coping with your stress: managing your sugar intake, staying hydrated, and practicing breathing exercises.
You want to really focus on your breathing, taking 4 breaths in, maybe even holding your breath for 7 seconds, and then letting that breath out for 8 strong seconds. So you always want to make sure the exhale is longer, and it just brings you to a place in your body that's relaxing and you're not so overwhelmed with day-to-day stresses.
Making sure you're eating nutritious meals and snacks are also important.
Diet plays a really big part because you can be reaching for things that are going to bring you up instantly to feel good, to forget about the stress.
Healthy foods combined with daily exercise can also help manage stress.
Physical activity is like the #1 thing that can really just take away the daily stress, and that's usually the stuff that's really compounding upon us.
But most importantly, make time for yourself and do something you enjoy.
It boils down to a lot of time. Time is the #1 reason that we're not physically active, but if you look at that word time, me is in it. So I like to remind people that you need to prioritize yourself. In order to make time for yourself, you have to prioritize yourself.
Making sure you're getting enough activity, nutrition, and sleep every day will help improve your overall health and reduce your daily stress. For Link Health, I'm Lizzie Bryan.
And just a little review, we will watch another video that recaps all of it, but I want to ask you all a couple questions. So what exactly is stress?
Anything that raises your anxiety or emotions can be harmful to you.
Right. Does anybody want to add on to that?
The reaction to life.
Yeah. So there can be good stress, right? What's an example of a good stressor?
You use the roller coaster, but as we were watching one of the videos, my sports teams
Yeah.
are good stressors. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're bad stressors, but
Yeah.
just depends on the game, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Let's watch this video and recap what we've talked about today.
Everyone needs a little stress in their life to perform. Think of a musical instrument. Without enough tension, it goes seriously off tune. But too much stress or tension, and the string could snap. It's the same thing with our bodies. The trick is to keep stress under control and in balance. But what is stress anyway? How does it affect your body and your mind? And what can you do about it? Let's look inside the human body so you can see firsthand exactly what stress is. First off, stress starts off as a feeling and a reaction to certain situations. It's the body's way of making you more alert and ready to take on a challenge. Stress can feel like butterflies in your stomach, worry, cranky, headache, hard to concentrate, jumpy. So let's say you have a big test coming up. You may think all the stress happens in your mind, but actually research shows that your entire body can be affected by stress. Let's take a closer look. When you encounter a perceived threat or are placed in a stressful situation, the hypothalamus, a tiny region at the base of your brain, sets off an alarm system in your body. Through a combination of nerve and hormonal signals, this system prompts your adrenal glands, located atop of your kidneys, to release a surge of hormones, including adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline increases your heart rate, elevates your blood pressure, and boosts energy supplies. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, increases sugars, glucose, in the bloodstream. This natural reaction is called the stress response, and it can help us out a lot when we're in a critical situation, like when a driver or cyclist has to slam on the brakes. All of these stress reactions enhance a person's ability to perform well under pressure. In a milder form, and if managed, the stress response can help you concentrate better and perform better for a recital, an athletic event, or even a test. The problem is that the body doesn't always reset itself to normal. And over the long term, if your mind and body are constantly on edge, you may face health problems. The good news is that you have a lot of control over stress. And if you get in tune with what stresses you out, you can make a plan to manage stress and keep it working for you. How can you bust stress? Sleep. Sleep is the time when your brain and body recharge. Get musical. Listening or playing music is a good stress reliever. Laugh. Laughter fires up and cools down your stress response and increases your heart rate and blood pressure, producing a good, relaxed feeling. Ask for help. Just by asking a trusted adult for help, you'll be able to tune your stress response down a notch. Make like a pro athlete and try out relaxation exercises, like deep breathing and visualization. Exercise and stay active. Just like sleep, exercise chills out your stress response and turns on endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones. Be a problem solver. Get proactive and make a plan to help you manage stressful situations like homework or other challenges you might face. So what's in it for you if you learn to master your stress and turn on your relaxation response? You will concentrate better, have less stomach aches. You might find tests are easier to take. You'll be in a better mood. And guess what? If you keep it up over a lifetime, you might even be healthier too. Too much stress can bring on illness or increase the severity of them, like diabetes and heart disease. Sounds good, doesn't it? Every person is different, so you'll need to experiment to find out which stress-relieving strategies work best for you. The activity sheets that go along with this video will help you figure that out. If you keep at it, before you know it, you'll be in tune with your emotions and your stress. And that's like beautiful music for our bodies, our brains, and our overall health.
That's all I have for you all today.
Okay, can you go